It's 6:34, day 4 of deliberations set to begin later this morning inside the Kenosha County Courthouse. And while we are still waiting on a verdict from the jury,
Thursday was an eventful day, and our Uba Ali joins us live from Kenosha this morning to explain what happened. Good morning, Uba.
Yeah, good morning, Susan and Viz. One move making national headlines is that Judge Schrader barred a cable news outlet from the Rittenhouse trial and the courthouse for the remainder of the trial.
This is a very serious matter.
Schrader banned MSNBC after police said they briefly detained a man who had followed the jury bus and may have tried to photograph jurors. Police say the man identified himself as a producer for MSNBC. He was issued several traffic citations, but ultimately no photos were taken.
Don't know what the ultimate truth of it is, but absolutely it would go without much thinking that someone who is following the jury bus, that is it's extremely serious matter, and will be referred to the proper authorities for further action.
In a statement, a spokesperson for NBC News said, quote, while the traffic violation took place near the jury van, the freelancer never contacted or intended to contact the jurors during deliberations, and he never photographed or intended to photograph them. We regret the incident and will fully cooperate with the authorities on any investigation. As far as the jurors go, Vince and Susan, we really don't know where things stand when it comes to reaching a verdict, and that's because they mainly stayed silent throughout the day yesterday, not asking the judge any questions, but one juror did ask to take her instructions home, in which the judge said yes. So as the weekend looms over us, we'll see if that plays a role or not in reaching a verdict, but it's safe to say the world is awaiting that verdict, much like Kyle Rittenhouse as he awaits his fate. For now, in Kenosha, Uba Ali, back to you guys.
All right, Uba, thank you very much. And we want to continue our live coverage this morning as jury deliberations are set to begin at 9 o'clock this morning. We are joined, as always, by local attorney and legal analyst Patrick Cafferty. Patrick, appreciate your time with us this morning. Let's talk about jury deliberations today going into day 4. The words hung jury are being speculated now the longer this lasts. And with the jury going home relatively early yesterday, around 4 o'clock, what do you make about what the jury is dealing with right now?
Well thought out by both you and Uba. I think the problem that I have with predicting a hung jury at this point is that there has been no indication from the jury to the judge that they are deadlocked. So, number one, this is a long time for this jury to have been deliberating, even though the trial took a couple of weeks. Most verdicts don't take this long to be returned by a jury. Often, if there is going to be a hung jury, the jury will send out notes to the judge saying, hey, we're hopelessly deadlocked, what should we do? Or they give some little indication that they are stuck. And there hasn't been any of that. So I'm going to throw out one possibility here, and it's complete speculation. It's entirely possible that they started out with a simple majority when they got into the room, and they have been steadily convincing jurors along the way from the minority to join the majority. And one possibility is that the woman who asked to take the verdict forms and jury instructions home with her yesterday is the one holdout. So it's possible that they have had productive discussions and they're now at a point where there's 1 or 2 people left, and that's why they continue to debate and deliberate, and ultimately they're going to come up with a unanimous verdict on at least some of the counts. That's one scenario. The other scenario is they're 6-6 right now. They have been for 3 days. They continue to have some discussion. They want to give it the old college try, and they are going to be hung. So the truth is, it's really difficult to predict, and lawyers and everyone alike are trying to act on very little information that's available to them. The only people who really know are the jurors inside of that room.
Patrick, only about a minute left, but let me throw this at you too, as we do anticipate a verdict at least at some point. The prosecution doesn't get a second try on any of this. So if it's acquittals off the board, it's done. If there are any convictions, the defense has already laid groundwork for possible appeals.
That is correct. So the state doesn't get the chance to appeal if they don't like the verdict. the defense can. So in the event that there is a not guilty verdict, the state is done. They have no recourse. If there's a guilty verdict, it's possible that the case could be retried in the future if the Court of Appeals were to grant the defense relief and remand the case. So it's obviously very important for both sides that this jury come to a conclusion as opposed to a hung jury, because if it's a hung jury, basically the case would start all over again. And there have been tremendous resources on both sides dedicated to this endeavor. It would be, I want to call it a waste of resources, but it would be a significant consumption of more resources if the case were retried.
All right, Patrick Cafferty, great to have you with us this morning. You will know the jury's decision as soon as we do. For full coverage, you can head to tmj4.com/Rittenhouse. You can also download our free TMJ4 News app, and we'll send an alert sent straight to your phone.